Hey, so I want to be very real. Here's Zeke chewing on a wooden spoon, right? Very real with sometimes what it takes to, not even do anything particularly magical in the morning, but what it takes to, even when you don't feel very magical and you've got a lot going on and you have to get up. It's not like you've got a choice. It's easy. We need to get up and do stuff. We've got babies to breastfeed, children to actually feed with other food, and also not only that, but like we've got, as a mum, we've got a whole household to keep happy. Like, people will not know it, but if you're in a fucking foul mood, people will be in a foul mood. So I'm not saying that, I just see it, right? I see it when I'm not on my game. Nobody is. And I don't see that as, oh God, it's all my responsibility. Oh my God, the power I have. If I can shift my vibration, everybody else wins. Rather than seeing it as, oh, it's my responsibility to make sure everyone's happy, because it really isn't. But the power of the mum's vibration in the house is huge, right? So don't take it as a negative responsibility. Take it as a huge amount of possibility and power. And like, that doesn't mean you always have to be in a game. Like, I'm not. Oh my God, I'm not. I'm sometimes, oh my God, yesterday I was lying on my mat, meant to be doing sit-ups. And I was just like having a cry, just like crying, just like, oh my goodness. And that's okay. And I think that we need to normalize the okayness of that, right? But what helps me? Okay, I've got a mat here, down here. These cushions are for when Zeke wants to sit here and not be on me when I'm exercising. And you know what? I just do at least 7 minutes a day. Yeah. And how that then looks, I'm going to hope my whiteboard hasn't been rubbed off, because Zeke was then playing with my whiteboard this morning. Hang on. Right. Can you see? Okay, you see that, can you? So I've got on there like exercise 7 minutes, 7 pages, I haven't got to put my contacts in yet. 7 pages of reading of something, and whatever I'm reading. I'm reading generally like 2 or 3 books. Oh, well done, 2 or 3 books at once. Yeah. So 7 pages of one thing. That's it. So whatever I'm reading, and if you can, I'm not great at this either, but if you can, like, get some fiction in there, get some imagination, get some fiction doing. And this that helps me sort of having a list, and I tick things off, so I feel like I'm getting somewhere. But like, so yesterday, I'll tell you about yesterday. I woke up sort of crying, and it's a case of you don't have a good day by things happening to you. You don't have a good day because luck will arrive and somebody else is going to make your day. And, oh, you've made my day. Ultimately, that's bollocks, because if you can't do it within first, and you hear this all the time, oh, if you can't, you must feel good within. But the big thing is, like, well, how? Like, practically, what do you need to do to feel good inside, right? So you can actually, cope with the shit that goes on, right? And ultimately, it can feel like, this has just come into my head now, right? How to explain it? It can feel like a tally. It can feel like, like a pros and cons list. And that's how it can sometimes feel. Like, depending on your personality type. Okay, so if you can go through your day and go, oh wow, like, wow, that coffee tastes really good. Oh wow, this is amazing. How lucky am I? How great is this? That's amazing. Right, so you got tick. If you can actually start ticking all the things that are fantastic just because they are. Okay, so this morning, right, Max spilt, I just made a really nice smoothie, right? So there you go, Max, have some of that, because he really likes this smoothie I make. And so I gave Max the smoothie. I'll give you the recipe at some point. Make him a smoothie. He sat there and spills it everywhere. Now, I'm like, oh God, for so many reasons that annoys me. But I was like, okay, that's a bit shit. What can we do for that not to happen? Now, sometimes I do. Sometimes I go, oh God, and then he feels really bad. He's not done it on purpose. He's just done it because he was just not thinking, not looking. Fair enough. I get to choose that, right? I get to choose if that is going to be my... I get to choose if I'm going to get really pissed off about that. So at that point, I take a big deep breath and I help him mop it up. And we move on with our day. That could have gone very differently. My mood could have dipped. My vibration could have gone really low. And actually everybody then could have gotten a little bit pissed off. So I give myself a massive tick for my reaction being measured. And I responded. I didn't react. I responded. So I give myself a tick. And, I feel really good. Rather than just saying, oh, well, I could have done better. Or, I should have known not to put the smoothie in there. Now, if you then start creating all these sort of ticks, going back to the tally chart, all these ticks, right, in your day, of things you're winning at. When something comes along and you do kind of, you do react badly, or something shit does come in the post, or, your payment declines, or that work thing you do doesn't come off. It's not such a big thing because you've kind of filled up your tally with pros. The odd con that comes in it's a percentage, isn't it? It's a numbers game, I guess. And so, or filling a cup and some comes out, at least you've got lots in there. So, with this morning routine, I'm ticking away at, my 7 minutes, it says, I'm ticking away at my smoothie. I'm ticking away at, and I'm doing the mental ticks at the little mini wins I'm having, and the times at which I chose not to go into reaction and went into responding, because that's my thing that I'm working on loads at the moment. It's my responding, and little wins like that. Honoring myself, honoring the kids last night, right, and the kids I was doing some work quite late. The kiddies were playing on their iPads and stuff quite late, and I can't go to bed straight after that because their brains are like... Blah, 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 blah. So I thought, I could have got really annoyed, because I was annoyed at myself. So I could have got really annoyed at allowing it to get a bit late and everything. I said, you know what, what we're going to do. And so I literally said, Max said, let's tell some stories that weren't funny at the time, but are funny now. So we all start like howling, telling some stories of things that weren't funny, but now are funny. And I had them all in stitches when I was a kid and fell off a bike, and that was cool. And then we started doing some drawings together, and that was fun. So an hour goes by, and we're like ready for bed. Really different that could have been, and it has been another time when I felt really bad because I've not been on it with the iPads, and I've been in my own world, and all of a sudden it's like 9:30. I could have got really down on myself, and then it could, right, kids need to go to bed, and everyone would have gone to bed a bit crap. As it happens is they both went to sleep within about 3 minutes, really happy, woken up this morning, like, how much fun was last night, all giving me hugs and stuff. And you're like, what a difference, what a way to start the day. And actually everyone's starting the day really happy. So then my vibration's happy and everything's up, and then you don't want to lose that, and if you see something going off, you think, actually it's not worth shifting the tone down. So if something happens now, it's like me and my daughter can sometimes get a little bit meh with each other. I was like, are we going a bit meh, or are we all right? Rather than saying, I think you're being a bit off with me, I go, are we okay? Are you all right? Are we good? Should we hug it out? And preempting anything because it feels so good not to, because it feels so good to be in a higher vibration, right? This isn't me telling you that it's like sunshine and friggin' roses all the time. It isn't, but it's me as a mum who's real, who has achieved so much, has a baby, has a family, home educates, has been through a huge amount of stuff, traumatic, difficult, and I'm still here helping people with whatever they need, really, looking to help a little bit and maybe normalize some stuff. Zeke now needs to go to sleep. I'll post a bit more about he needs some milk, so I'm just going to go and give him some milk. One sec. Just a bit like normalizing. Here you go, Zeke. Here you go. So normalizing. There you go, milks. There you go, breastfeeding while sitting up. There you go. Normalizing motherhood and what it actually is. And actually, it's not a hardship. And I would implore you not to see motherhood as a hardship or a a pity party. Someone called me out, actually. Went, oh, I'm not the person I was. So much has happened. My life imploded. They were like, pity party. And I'm like, no, it isn't. They went, yeah, no, life has changed. Things are different. You're different. What are you going to do? Right. It's all very, very easy to go into the poor me's without even realizing it. So it isn't the hardship. It is your life is different to how it was. Your life is what it is. When you start viewing it as a hardship, it becomes hard. And it's so easy to be resentful. It's so easy to be annoyed at other people, the men in your life. So easy to do that. Or the people who aren't present. It's really great. It's really easy to go into the people who aren't around. But you're making your life harder. I promise you that. Anyway, it's been 10 minutes. I'll speak to you soon.